This is my video journal. It's not intended to be advice or guidance. I'm just expressing what I'm thinking and feeling in the present moment. I just finished a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So many amazing things are happening. If I go into trying to share all of the individual pieces of amazing shit that are going on right now, it would just sound like a list. Like I'll just be listing for ages. But yeah, I'm really happy. Things are falling into place so rapidly. I'm puppy sitting at the moment, so I think Roscoe is going to come and join us here for a minute. Yes, lots of animals in my life now. Like lots and lots and lots. Sorry, if Roscoe's not supposed to be in a video, he decided. I was just trying to do a journal. Yeah. And one of the coolest things that I've found out is I'm no longer allergic to cats. I actually had an experience with a cat the other day. And like, I didn't realize how affectionate cats were because I've just never been able to interact with them without like my eyes turning red and my nose running like a tap and just like crying from the allergies. And yeah, I did a HK session on it. But yeah, it's actually like so beautiful to connect with a cat. They're like so affectionate, and the purring and the like nuzzling into you and stuff. So I like had this whole experience where I was like, I understand why people are cat people. Like I've always just thought I was a dog person, but I'm a everything person. Just love animals. Yeah. I think Roscoe's like 1. That's why he's so playful. Yeah. Been out in nature like every weekend, all weekend pretty much. And just like chipping away at all of the things that I need to be doing. Everything is like perfect timing right now. Like I just finished developing a whole new dimension for my website, which is like I already had it set up so that people could like heal themselves and grow themselves. But now I've got a whole new piece coming in for like when you know what you want to contribute to the world. Like I think I've already journaled about it, but I finished writing all of the content for it today. There's like these 9 keys that like if you understand those, then you'll be able to create a successful brand. And like, yeah, doing all that kind of stuff, the stuff that you know you've got to do, and actually been enjoying it as well. Like I used to find it really like I had a lot of resistance to doing like the business side of things and writing things and creating like the way that you actually sell your service. And like, but all that resistance is gone too now. And I've just been like, I gave myself until Friday to finish it, and I finished it all today. So you guys don't know what day it is. It's Thursday in the present moment, because I'm doing this whole thing where these were recorded a really long time ago, so nobody knows where I am or when I am, and I'm no longer emotionally invested in the things that I'm sharing, so I can relax. It really works. It makes it so much easier to do this. There's a lot of new content on the way on so many different platforms and channels, because I've just been so free in my collaboration as well. Like, because I know who I am, I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just so confident, like, to just like pop into any kind of platform and just like do my thing and just trust that that's what I needed to do, and like let it go and not overthink it or care about it at all. Like I care about it, like it's cool. I want the world to see what we create, like with whoever I'm creating it with, but so there's like no attachment to the outcome or anything. It's often a surprise when the content actually shows up in my feed with me in it, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Did all these crazy things, like so many things. That's another like thing that I've then really key insight. Like if all of my awareness and my attention is on like the last cool thing that I did, and I'm just waiting for that thing, like that's going to be the thing where I blow up and become really successful because I did that interview or like whatever it is. No, Just like do the next 10 things. So by the time that really cool thing that you did actually shows up in the world, or like it starts to generate any kind of results, like I've already done all this other stuff. It's really like freeing and very playful way to be. But like I said, I'm very confident and comfortable in myself now, so it's easy just to float around and jump in and out, play games, observe games. And like planning a really big road trip with your mate Tom as well. Had a big phone call with him yesterday actually, and he was he had a lot of new questions about like what's been going on with me and the way that I'm like the model of reality that I'm kind of subscribing to, and finding a lot of differences and similarities in like all different stuff that he's researching, and it's getting real deep, real fascinating. And he's like, you got to come on the channel, you got to come and like actually have a deeper chat and like a direct chat, like just me and him in some interviews. He's got a few different ideas of what he wants to discuss. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm pretty comfortable now. I'm pretty confident, and I have no fear of like judgment or like what people are going to think if I say something that's too crazy. Like, yeah, bring it on. Because I used to even have a fear about like he has too many subscribers. Like I just don't want that many people to see me. Like, because I'm not ready for like that much, like all of those projections and like reactions and things that people are going to be like, you know, all people's aren't like the stuff that people have going on inside of them, that all that coming onto me. Like I just didn't want to deal with being looked at by too many people at once. But I've released that. Like I'm ready for everything now. Ready for everything. And yeah, there's all that. Like it's just, like I said, if I started talking about all the cool things, it would just be like a list. Because there's also a really cool place opening up in Tweed, which is going to be an alternative to going to the hospital if you're feeling suicidal, like, because that's pretty much your option. Like go to the hospital emergency department and like take a seat and we'll get to you when we're ready, like kind of thing. But there's a place opening up, a safe haven they're called, and it's full of peer workers, mental health support workers, and the philosophy of peer work is like you're the expert on yourself, and like it's all recovery based, and it's not like diagnosing and labeling and all that stuff of the mainstream. So it's the closest. It is still mainstream. It's still connected to the mainstream. It's still part of that picture, but it's like the best thing that I've found. That's why I have the qualification as well as in that field, because it's the best thing that I've found that actually has government funding and is like linked into the system. And yeah, I'm planning on landing myself just a little bit of time there, like a job, and just doing like 3 days on, 11 days off, and still doing content, and still doing HK and doing like all the other things that I want to do. And the beauty of that place is like my role will be to connect people with like alternatives and new possibilities and services, and that includes HK, which is like, as you guys know, I think is the most effective thing that I've found in my whole journey. I've been doing a 10-year-long documentary on all of the alternatives to mainstream mental health. We're past the halfway mark, and like HK is still like miles above anything else that I've looked at. Like there's other things that are really cool and really like important, like people doing their things and stuff, and like I kind of see it as like a puzzle, and it takes all of the pieces to like make it all happen, because like a lot of people aren't ready to go straight into something like HK. Holographic kinetics, if it's your first time hearing that, you can Google it and find out what it is. It's like pretty full on if you've never even questioned your like mainstream model of reality before. It's like you need to take your lens that you see reality through and discard that before you like all the programs that we're programmed with, you got to let it all go if HK is going to make any sense to you, because it's based on a whole different model of reality. But it's so practical and it just works, so I love it. And if people don't understand it, that's okay too. So yeah, could be working in that place, and I could, like, among other things, like I'm not just going to be peddling HK, because like that would be wrong as well. That wouldn't be balance either. But I can make people aware, especially if I see somebody who is open and is ready and is like just saying like, they're sharing their experiences, and it just sounds exactly like what they need, then I'm definitely going to give them a pamphlet at the very least, you know what I mean? So yeah, it would be really cool. That's all, like I'm looking at the Gold Coast, like being back on the Gold Coast again, and basically creating the space and the lifestyle that I created before I took off in the ute and like traveled around the country, but like 10 times better. And that's going to be like the headquarters. But I'm also going to continue to travel and go on adventures constantly. But I just recently had the epiphany, like I don't have to travel or be settled. I can have both. I just have to create a little bit more abundance. Like I just have to put in a little bit more work, and everything, like I said, everything's working out really fast. Everything's falling into place. So I can definitely do it. So yeah, the HQ, and I'll be able to do more sessions more easily if I've got like a solid address, like a location, like everyone knows where to find me. And yeah, just duck away for, like, if I do the job as well, like 3 days on, 11 days off. 11 days is more than enough time to get anywhere in the country by vehicle, like if I'm driving. And yeah, I said that to Tom as well, like 11 days will be enough time for us to get up to the Northern Territory and back, because he wants to see like all of that stuff from all of the journals and video content that I put up last year and this year as well. Like he's so keen to just like see more of Australia and create new content too. We're both talking about like whole new YouTube channels, like whole new projects, and like a totally different way of creating. And there's so much inspiration around me at the moment, and so much new possibility emerging. Like everybody's talking about like more and like abundance and good things, and just, yeah, there's a whole other thing that's like just on the edge of my awareness. Actually, it's in the middle of my awareness. It's all I've been thinking about lately, but I'm not ready to share it yet. But yeah, like all of this stuff is really, really cool, but there's something even cooler, and I can't wait to reveal that and really start to share this whole new story. Like there's this whole new story of like my life, and yeah, I'm so grateful that I just took this time to step away from everything that wasn't feeling great and just like rebuild from the ground up my entire life and my entire life. Because it's like it was terrifying to let go of everything and start again from zero in a way. But like in the space that I created, like so many beautiful, amazing things have shown up, and I'm a totally new person. Like I'm me now. Like I fully am me. And then like the beauty of that is the people that I'm meeting are meeting me, and they're falling in love with me for who I am. And so I'm like, that's so awesome, because it's like all I have to do is continue to do all of the things that I love and be who I am. And it's just going to be amazing, because there's no more self-deception left, and there's no more bullshit left. It's just, this is me, this is my life, this is what we do. And everybody who's in my life now is in alignment with me, because I am who I am, like I really am. And I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. So I'm just surrounded by people that, and like everything just feels right. It feels good. It's like exactly what it's supposed to be. One hell of a journey. And I did it extremely rapidly. It was like really full on to like just go, nah, drop everything and like start from scratch. But yeah, I'm glad that I did. Because the big thing that I've been thinking about is like, life is short. Like I could have spent like another 5 years trying to like force a round peg through a square hole sort of thing, like just trying to like make it work and like trying to yeah, make my life work, even though I wasn't feeling really good about a lot of things. But this way, like, I just fucking did it. I just got it all, I just let it all go, and I just went through what I needed to go through, and I learned the lessons that I needed to learn. And now I'm 30 and I feel like the rest of my life is in front of me, and I've dealt with all my stuff, and I'm ready to just like enjoy living life as a human being on this planet with beautiful people all around me, beautiful animals all around me, beautiful nature and locations and adventures all around me. Like, this is what it's about. Like, I would not change a thing. If anything, I would have dealt with my shit faster. I just want to like face all of my stuff. Anything that comes up, I just want to face it. I don't want to try to run away from anything ever again. I just want to face everything head on, like go straight into it. What is it that I need to look at? What is it that I need to learn? What is it that I need to understand? Let's do this. Like, let's live our best lives for real. Let's not just talk shit. Because like, it's one thing I used to do is just try and like, just be really positive and like share positive things, focus on the positives and all of that. But I think truth is really important. Like, being honest with yourself. Like, if it's shit, change it. Like, and I did. That's like, I eventually actually embodied that and did it. And I'm really grateful. So that's like, I'm surprised myself. That's the insight. Like, just deal with your stuff. But at the same time, totally not surprised, because of course, that makes a lot of sense. If you got anything out of this video, please click the like button for me, leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description.